Hey, what up, YouTubers? Rondon here. Today's topic is the day my mother died. Um, from what I remember that day. First off, when my mother passed away, I was 26, and what I remember that day, it was a day when we were, all waking up, you know, that morning. My sister found my mother in her room. Um, and I can remember my sisters I can remember my sister saying like, Ron, you know, she's she went into insulin shock, you know, and literally when somebody goes into insulin shock, it's like um, from lack of their insulin, and they go into what's called a diabetic coma. And prior to that day, she had one before. And keep in mind, my mother also had she had three minor heart attacks that we didn't know until we took her to the doctor, and they informed me that she had three minor heart attacks, and they was telling me to tell my mother that she needs to take it easy, relax, and not talk as much. You know what I'm saying? Because in our culture, believe me, whatever my mama feeling, my mama, she's gonna express herself. She's gonna talk, and she gonna let you know how she feel about certain things. And I mean, that's what it is. That's my mother. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna voice her, opinion, no matter if you like it or not. You know what I'm saying? And so my sister finds my mother. Then my sister runs and get me, and she was like, Ron, she's in a coma again. So I'm like, okay, I tell my sister, all right, go ahead and get, my mother's cousin. My mother's cousin stayed across the street from us and stuff like that. So she runs and get my mother's cousin. I'm on the phone with 911, and they walking me through the whole procedure. They asking me a million and one questions, and I'm doing everything they said. So so now the paramedics make it to the home. So they rush my mother to the hospital, and I jump in the shower. I do what I gotta do, and then I jump out and get dressed, and I'm on my way to the hospital. And that whole time, I had this weird feeling. I had this weird feeling, you know. And prior to me going to the hospital, now keep in mind they tried to revive my mother at the house, and you know, they reviving my mother. So they doing everything that that they can. They get her out of the diabetic coma. My mother opens her eyes. They're asking her, Miss Joseph, can you hear us and everything like that. And all she could do is just look at me, and I'm looking at her. And it was like my mother. It was like she was talking through me, talking to me through her eyes. Like it's like she was saying goodbye. And I'm like, and all I could do is just look at her. She's looking at me. I'm looking at her. I'm calling her name. No response. So so she starts fading in and out of conscience. So they tell me we gotta take her to the hospital. So they take her to the hospital. At the time, I finish doing my thing. I get dressed. I'm on my way to the hospital. I make it to the hospital. So I'm there. I'm making it. I made it to the hospital. I'm there. I'm asking questions like, man, what's going on with my mother? You know what I'm saying? What's up with my mother? And then there's like, then the nurse come greets me, and she takes me to this room called the quiet room. She's like, sit in here. The doctor's gonna come talk to you. So I'm in the room, right? And keep in mind now, I'm like, why they call this room the quiet room? All I see in the room is like one big space and tissue surrounding the whole room. So I'm like, that's kind of weird. So the doctor comes in. The doctor's like, son, we did everything we could to revive your mom, but your mom passed away that morning. And I'm like, nah, this can't be true. So I'm like, nah, I don't believe this shit. So I tell the doctor, man, take me to my mama. So they take me to my mama. And then and then I see my mama, I see my old girl. And my mom lying on the table, flat. And when I see my mom, I'm like, damn. That's all I can say is damn. And then I go near my mom, you know. I put my hand on her chest, nothing. Then I put my ear to her chest, nothing. So the only thing I could do at that time was just hold my mama. I said a little prayer for my mama, you know. And then my mama had this ring on her finger that, she loved so much. And I took the ring off her finger and I kept that ring, held on to that ring because that was the only memory of my mom that I had at that time. Now keep in mind, my mom on the table lying flat. So I'm right here talking to my mama. I'm talking in Creole, telling my mama, to get up. Stop playing. Get up, get up, get up. And nothing, no movement, no nothing, man. And she just lying there. So, my head is on her chest and I'm like, the only thing I can just do is just sit there, hug my mama, you know, and just tell my mama it's gonna be alright. We're gonna be alright. I'm gonna stand up for you. I'm gonna do everything that I need to do on my end to make sure you have a proper burial. So I'm right there talking to her. My family gets there, and they see me. My head is on my mother's chest, and I'm right there just talking to my mom. And they telling me, oh, it's time for us to take her away. And then I just lose it. I'm like, y'all not taking my mama nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm not done with her. I just lose it. So my family grabs me, and they like, it's gonna be all right. And I'm like, I'm not done with my mama. So yo, excuse me, man, if I get a little emotional about this shit, cause talking about my old girl, it get me like that, man. And it's been like over 10+ years since she passed away. You know what I'm saying? And I get emotional like that all the time when it comes to her. Cause like I said, she was my superhero. You feel me? My everything. So so they take my mama away. Then I call my sister and I tell my sister that mom just passed. So my sister starts losing it, and then I was like, I'm coming home. Don't worry, I'm coming. So I make it back home, and I find my sister losing it. I find my sister going crazy, and then My little brother walks in, and we tell my little brother the bad news. And we tell my little brother, mom just passed. So my little brother like, nah, man, I don't believe that shit, man. I don't believe that. Mom went to church, you know. My mom, my little brother, that's her baby, man. You know what I'm saying? For us to tell him that she passed, he was in shock because he was like, "Nah, man, she went to church. She coming back. She coming back." That's all he kept on saying that whole day. You know, she went to church. She coming back. She coming back. Until I had to tell him, "Nah, bruh, it's true. The old girl passed away." And so when I told him that, he, that day passed. He, it finally sunk in that she passed away. And we all thinking like, damn, man, we all thinking that she gonna walk through the door. So that Saturday comes, prior to that Saturday coming, my bad. We all making the funeral arrangements, man. It's me and my sister. We all doing the funeral thing, and I'm like, we picking out the casket. We picking out the flowers. We setting that whole funeral up. But yet we in shock because I'm like, nah, she gonna wake up. She gonna walk through the door. She gonna ask us if we hungry or could she make something for us to eat. She just gonna walk through the door. And believe it or not, that Saturday when we had the funeral, I can remember that day in the church. I see my mother, in the casket, and she just lying there, peaceful as can be, man. You know what I'm saying? She ain't moving. She not saying nothing. You know. And keep in mind, my mother's favorite color was blue, so it was blue everything. Keep in mind, my mother had a dress in the closet that she wanted to be buried in, and I didn't know it was there. It was my mother's cousin that actually made us realize that the dress was there in the closet, and I didn't even know that it was there. It was like my mother, she was like preparing for her death, and I didn't even know. And all the time my mother would talk in the past tense, like, son, I'm not gonna be here. So if anything happens, I need you to look after your siblings. And I'll pay no attention to that. I'll be like, Mom, you gonna be all right, man. Stop talking like that. It was like she was warning me. It was like she saw it coming. And I used to be like, man, Mom, stop talking like that. You gonna be all right. Eventually, it came, and that Saturday, we were going through the funeral. My mother's lying peaceful in the coffin, and we're having the funeral. Then it finally hits all of us when they put her in the dirt. And when they put her in the dirt, oh my God, we just all lost it because we knew that was the end. She's not coming back. No matter what we do, how much we pray, she gone. She ain't coming back. And believe it or not, man, that day I was just serious, man. I didn't want to hear nothing. And if you had something good to say, it had better be positive, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that day we had lost the old girl. Only thing that we wanted to hear was some positive shit from people. And in our culture, right? In the Haitian culture, when somebody dies, we celebrate them that whole week. And then on the death date, we throw a big party, you know. So that whole week we talking about family coming to the house, mourning, we mourn that person that whole week. That Saturday we threw a big party for her. And it's just that sleeping in the house felt uncomfortable. Let me just say, not uncomfortable because that was our mom. It just felt weird. It felt different. You know what I'm saying? Because someone that we were so used to being there is no longer there. You know, you know, hearing my mama talk, just to hear her voice, you know, it was absent in the household. So now it was just me, my siblings. And at the time my mother passed, I was 26. My siblings were like teenagers at the time. So, I had to do what I had to do, man. I had to step up, take care of the bills in the house, step up for my mother, you know, at the time we step up with that whole funeral thing and stuff like that. It was just crazy at the time. And I kept my promise to my mother, man. I was like, she told me make sure you look after your siblings, and that's exactly what I did. But y'all gotta understand, death is not the end, is the beginning. You feel me? So I can imagine wherever she at right now, she probably praying, she probably making some good Creole food, and she probably waiting on us to come home. So when you lose somebody, it's not the end. It's, you know, the person still lives on. The person lives on through the memories that you guys share, and the person will always be there in your heart. But it felt like that day, that Saturday, when they were putting her in the dirt, it felt like half of me just died and went with her. Damn, I miss that lady so much, man. You guys just don't know. And when I see people who have moms, I'm like, man, cherish your mother. You know what I'm saying? Cherish your mother, because you only get one of those. And I was so grateful and thankful that God gave me a mother like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. My mother was strict. My mother was caring, and my mother did not take any shit. You know what I'm saying? But she loved her kids. That lady worked hard for her kids, to give us a better life. You know what I'm saying? And her being an immigrant from Haiti, yeah, she worked her ass off in this country. You know, that's why I love that lady to death. Can't nobody, replace my mom. Just like when Tupac made that song for his old girl, Dear Mama, that's exactly how I felt about mine. My mother wasn't no crackhead, but, you know, it, it's just the love that he had for his mom. I felt the same way about mine. Um, wow. And my mother, this lady, wonderful, wonderful Haitian lady, man. Wonderful Haitian lady. And my only regret was not having kids of my own for her to see, but I'm gonna have them, and I hope she's looking down and seeing our progress on Earth and stuff like that, and yeah, this is how I felt on the day my mother died, man, and that's something that's just never gonna go away, and I can't lie to y'all, man. That day when that happened, when it went down like that, when I lost her, I was mad as hell at God, man. I was mad at him, man, because I was like, man, how you gonna take the only lady that ever meant anything to me away from me, man? I was furious with her. I was hot. Trust me when I tell you I was 38 hot. Man, I was like, man, I ain't going to church no more. I was like, anything that got to do with God, I don't want to hear that. You feel me? Until somebody older and wiser made me, see that he gave me exactly what I wanted. He gave her exactly what she wanted, which was no more pain. Because my mother used to, before my mother passed, she was like always, she used to always say, "Oh, God, why don't you just take me?" And I'm like, "Mom, don't talk like that. Don't talk like that. I don't want to hear that." You know. So he takes her, and I'm blinded. I'm like, damn. I didn't really see that he gave her what she wanted. He gave me what she wanted. Because I used to always, pray to God and be like, "Mom, God, can you just, you know, take away the pain from my mom?" You know what I'm saying? Just make her have a wonderful day with no pain and anything like that. And the day he took her, I just didn't see the reasoning that day. I was just hot. I was like, "You gonna take the only lady that ever meant anything to me?" Now it took somebody older and wiser and mature to, get me to see the point. Well, he was like, "Look, well, he gave you what you wanted. He gave her what she wanted. She's no longer in pain. She's in a better place, and she's good." So when I finally realized that, y'all, I got on my knees and I repented and I repented and I repented and I repented and I repented. And I prayed and I made sure God heard me that day. I apologized to him, you know what I'm saying? Because he's the only man that I fear. I apologized to him, man. I was like, "I'm sorry. I didn't see it. I apologize. Do you forgive me, man?" I mean, I seriously got on my knees and repent. So I'm just saying, it's something that we're gonna all go through. We all gonna lose somebody close. So I just had to make this video. I just had to let you guys know how I felt on the day, I lost my mom. Um, I just want to say thank you for taking the time to listen to me. Um, I just want to say thank you for viewing the content on my channel. And you guys know I'm trying to get to 1 million subscribers. So I just need you guys to subscribe. And if you like what I'm talking about, please leave comments below letting me know that you like what I'm talking about, and if this video was helpful, if this video got you through, you know, a situation, meaning death, somebody dying in your family, um, just let me know. And I just want to tell everybody thank you for coming to my channel. Thank you for taking the time to listen. And leave comments and don't forget to subscribe. All right, this is Ron Don. I'm out.